How to find income tax given nominal rent. We have an example of a question where Grace lives in a government house for which she pays a rent of 500 per month. If her basic salary is £9,000 per annum, calculate how much per year she remits per month. Now, have a check at our table. The table is it has income and it also has the rate. The rate is in shillings per pound and the income is per month. We have how many bands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to the rate shillings per pound, where we have 6. So if we study our table, we can see that it's given per annum and the amount is being charged per pound. So always check that. So we can go to part A, whereby we are told to find taxable income. Taxable income always is basic salary plus allowances. But let's take a look at our question. In our case, we have got only the basic salary, but the person is housed by the government. In case a person is housed by the employer, the government, or someone is housing the person, 15% of the basic salary is added to the basic salary, and that is almost the house allowance the person is given. So take note of that if a person is housed by the government, 15% of the basic salary is added to his basic salary. However, if we look at our question, the person is paying a rent of 500 per month. So this person, even if he's housed and even if we have added 15% of the basic salary as the house allowance, still the person pays. So from the amount that we are going to add to the basic salary, we are going to subtract the 500 shillings per month. So now how do we calculate this part of housing, which is the most important first? First, we see the 15% which is added to the basic salary. 15% times 9,000, that is per annum. Okay, so we have seen if we multiply that, we get the person is added 1350 pounds per annum. However, the person pays 500 per month. So the first thing is to convert this 500 per month. We see how much money per year, so we multiply by 12. However, the amount is given and the tax band is given in pounds, so we divide by 20 so that we get the person pays 300 pounds per annum, meaning that even if the person is given 1350 per annum, still the person is to subtract, we are to subtract 300 pounds from the amount that she is added, that is 1050. Thus the taxable income will be the amount, which is 9,000 plus 1050, which we have subtracted from the housing, and we find that the taxable income is. We go to part 2, where the person is supposed to find the tax. Now for the taxes, we have seen that for every band that we have is charged 2 shillings per pound. So for every, we start with checking where our band falls. So our band falls, which is 10,050. Our band is in band 2. So for the first one is 5808 times 2, whereby for every 5808 pounds the person is paid, the person pays 11,016 shillings. In band 2, how do we get that? We subtract the amount of money that we have, because from the limit of band 2, amount has not gone yet to 11 to 80. Amount is still less than that, so we subtract 10,050 minus the limit of the first band, which is 5808, whereby we get 42 times 2, 42. For every 42 pounds, the person pays 3 shillings. So how much for the year, we get 12,676. So the total tax, we add the ones from band 1 and band 2, we get that the person is paid 24, the person is supposed to pay the total tax 24,342. However, we said that the government always gives a relief, and the relief varies from one country to another. So we are working with what is given, which is 1056, and it's given per month. So for us to see the relief per year, we multiply by 12. So we get 12,672. So once we subtract from the total tax, the person is supposed to pay a tax of 11,678. And the question was asking us to check how much payee she remits per month. If this 11,670 is for per year, what about per annum? So we divide by 12 and we get that the person pays 972.5